Hi guys, it's Emma Patch. I'm back! As you can see, I haven't been making videos for quite some time. Unfortunately, I don't work at the RV dealership anymore. I decided to go back to school, take my life on a whole different path, but there has been a video that I've wanted to make for quite some time. Now, the reason why I want to make this video is because I used to sell cars for a number of years, and I cannot count how many times I've seen someone or talked to someone who just got screwed the fuck over. So I decided to make a quick little video on some tips and tricks of how to buy a car. Now this will apply to any type of vehicle, car, SUV, truck. I worked at a Chrysler store, so my knowledge is specific to Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to take you through a very basic process of the steps and give you some little tips here and there to help you get through them. This is for a very generic car buying process. This is just buying a vehicle, no trade, nothing else. So, step one, do your research. Know what you are going to look for. There is so much information online. You could research forever on whatever kind of vehicle you're looking for. So, let's say you're looking for a truck, and let's say you don't even know what brand of truck you want. Perfect. Okay. Go on Ford, go on Dodge, go on GM, go on every truck website that you even think that you like and read everything that you can. Read customer reviews, reports, read whatever you can on the internet. There is so much information out there. Then, when you have it narrowed down to a couple of vehicles that you think you like, do your homework on those specific vehicles and then go and start test driving. When you are test driving vehicles, it is always handy to have a couple of different brands that you have to choose from. This way, the dealerships can't actually physically pin you down on one vehicle and they can't pressure you into a corner. If you physically have to go and drive a Ford and you physically have to go and drive a Dodge, you tell each of the dealerships, listen, I still gotta go drive this. Listen, I still gotta go drive this. It's a reason for you to leave. I know it sounds weird that you need a reason to leave a car dealership, but they are very, very, very pushy and they want to close you that day, that minute, that second. It is not easy to make a decision pertaining perhaps $40,000 of your money in one day at that very exact second. Take your time. Don't let them rush you. Don't let them tell you, this is the last one on the lot. There are always new vehicles. I don't care if it's a used vehicle, there will be something else. Do not let anyone tell you that this, if you don't buy this right now, this is going to be gone. Especially if you're looking at a new vehicle. That new vehicle will be somewhere else. It's not in Alberta, I'll go to Saskatchewan. Now you're gonna go into the dealership. You're gonna go into a Dodge, you're gonna go into a Ford. You're gonna go in there saying, I am here to test drive this kind of vehicle. I don't know if this is the vehicle I'm looking for. I have a couple other models I have to test drive before I make any decision. So therefore, you don't even need to talk about price. You need to set yourself up for an exit before you even go in the door. You need to make sure that that salesman is prepared that you are going to leave after your test drive because you have to go and physically drive something else. If they tell you that you don't need to go and test drive the competitor's vehicle, fuck off. Walk the hell out. After you go to dealership A, you tell them the story that you were going to go to dealership B. You go to dealership B and you tell them the same story that you still have to go to dealership C, whether or not there is a dealership C. So at this point, you've done all your research online, you've actually physically driven the vehicles, and now you get to go home and think about all of the information that is in your brain. Now I recommend getting a big old piece of paper, splitting it in half, and putting down your needs and your wants. Needs, this is your physically, I cannot live without this. For example, heated seats. I live in Alberta. It's fucking cold up here. I cannot live without heated seats. Wants. Adaptive cruise control. Ugh. So nice. So handy. Do I need it? Well, probably not. No, I don't need it. So you're going to determine your needs from your wants. And you're going to have it all written down in front of you. And then you're going to think back and you're going to look at all of the vehicles you've driven. You're going to get another old big piece of paper, split that one in half as well, write down like lists of what you drove. Let's say it's a Ford and a Dodge. You're going to write down everything you liked about the Ford, everything you liked about the Dodge. You're going to compare them, vehicle to vehicle. If you've already found a favorite, you don't even need to do this. You already found your favorite. The point of this is to figure out what vehicle you want most. Once that is all out of the way and you think, okay, that's it. I want the Dodge. I want a big old Ram truck. I'm just saying that because I used to sell them. They are the best. I'm just kidding. For all of you Ford lovers out there. Now what do you have to work on? Price. Doesn't matter whether you're looking at a new vehicle or you're looking at a used vehicle. go back on the computer. You need to research for at least a couple of hours on exactly what everyone is offering for that vehicle. If you can narrow it down to the specific trim level you want, perfect. If you don't know anything about the trim levels, when you're in the dealership, grab their little pamphlet books. Sit down and study those books. They'll tell you all the trim levels, what comes with what. So now, when you're back on the internet, I want you to look on something like Kijiji. You may not live in Canada. Kijiji is very popular where I live. Other places might have Craigslist, AutoTrader, whatever kind of buying and selling sites are in your area. Go on those sites and do your research. By the end of your research, you should know the vehicle that you're looking for, what everyone in a 100-kilometer radius is selling them for. If you're going to buy a new vehicle, also look at the manufacturer's website. For example, Jeep.ca, Ram.ca, Ford.ca, or if you're in the States.com. That will allow you to actually build and price the vehicle that you're looking at, and it will sometimes show you all of the rebates and incentives that the dealerships will offer you. Now you've done all your research, you know exactly what everyone's selling them for. Let's say the vehicle that you're looking at has an average price of 30 grand in your area. Now it's up to you. You can look at your local dealer, someone that is nice and close, someone that's going to offer you good warranty, or you can just look for the dealer that has what you're looking for. Completely up to you. If you want to do a local dealer, go on into the dealership, say this is what I'm looking for, see what they have. See what they can get you, see what they can bring you in. You have a really good idea now of what that vehicle is actually worth. So if they tell you, oh yeah, it's 35 grand. 35 grand, there's one down the street for 30. Use that to your advantage. If Jim Bob down the street, or let's say even in the next city, is selling his for 30 grand and someone else is 35, go get the other one. Or make the other one sell it to you for 30. You want to make sure that the vehicle that you're buying is the actual average price of what these vehicles are going for. So now, you found your dealer, you like your dealer, your salesman's nice, they have the vehicle you're looking for, they're at a reasonable price. Now, you're going to sit down and talk about numbers. This is the fun part. Not fun for you, fun for them, sometimes really not fun for them either. So, what they're going to do is they're going to present you with a deal. You're going to have their selling price, what they're going to sell you the vehicle for, and they're going to have a couple of different options based on payments and prices. Now let's just hold that thought for a second. When you're talking to a dealership, if they are asking you how much you want to pay monthly for a vehicle, you do not give them a monthly payment. The payment is a result of the price. It does not matter about the payment, it matters about the price. The reason why I say this, let's say you have a vehicle that is $30,000 and they're listing it for $30,000 and that works out to be $400 a month. And you go in there and you say, I can afford $500 a month. Do you think that they're going to give you the shorter term, or do you think that they're going to raise their price $10,000 to charge you an extra $100 a month? I can tell you what, I've seen that many a time. Someone will pay $10,000 over what the actual vehicle is listed at because it meets their monthly budget. Do not work off of monthly payments. Do not. So beyond that, let's pretend that they're a really nice, honest car dealership, hopefully. So they're going to present you with numbers. If you're looking at a used vehicle, you usually have at least a couple $1,000s to work with off of their list price. If you're looking at used vehicles on Kijiji or Craigslist, screenshot the price on your phone so you have it on your phone, because I have seen where you look online and it says 40 grand and you go into the dealership and suddenly it's 42 grand, but they're going to give you 2 grand off. Oh, that's so nice. No, they just raised it 2 grand because they know you're going to forget about that extra $2,000, so it looks like they're giving you a deal. They're not. Screenshot it on your phone, have all of the information with you. If they raise the price by 2 grand, if you want to continue dealing with them after they're that shady, that's completely up to you. So, listed price, what they're going to sell it to you for, and your payment options. You have a couple grand to work with on used vehicles. New vehicles, you have rebates, and then also a couple grand to work with. If you're confused about what rebates are available to you, do your research. Let's say that they don't have any money to give you off the price. That's probably a lie. Every dealership on a used vehicle has about 5 grand to work with, roughly. So now, you've agreed on a price, You're happy with the payment. Now you're going to go see the finance manager. In the finance department, they too are going to try and sell you things. They are going to try to sell you extended warranty, leather protection, cloth protection, paint sealant, extended warranties. Did I already say that? They are going to try to sell you all of these fancy dancy extended things. All of these things, are they necessary? Probably not. Would they help? Maybe. Extended warranty, if it's an actual manufacturer warranty, can be pretty important, depending on how long you're looking at keeping the vehicle. Undercoat, if you have a hoist, you can buy undercoat, you can throw something up on hoist and do it yourself. Paint sealant, you can buy the shit and you can rub it into your paint if you feel like doing it. The same for the leather and the cloth and all of that stuff that they're going to put on. If you have a bunch of extra money and you want to spend your money on all that shit, go for it, by all means. But remember, they make money on that. That paint protection that they're selling you for $3,000, they probably are only paying $800 for it. There's no fucking way they're gonna sell it to you for $800, but they might bring that $3,000 down to $2,500 if you're like, well, I don't know if I can afford that. So if you like what they have to offer, see if you can get the price down. There's always wiggle room. Now they're going to talk to you about your fees. You're going to have to pay an AMBIC fee if you live in Alberta, a tire tax, probably a dock fee or an admin fee. Let's talk about the dock fee and the admin fee. If they're going to charge you $200 or $400 for a dock and admin fee, that's pretty okay. They start charging you $800, $900, over $1,000. That money doesn't go anywhere. It just goes into the dealership. And they tell you, oh, well, we have to keep the lights on and we have to pay for this and we have to pay for this. That's just extra fucking money that just goes poof into the dealership. Doesn't even go to the salesman. That money can always be waived. Also, if they try to etch your vehicle, Etch is a program, a bunch of different companies run it. It's these little things that they stick on the inside of your vehicle and these little mini serial numbers that they put all over the vehicle, under the hood, in the truck. It's like another serial number so that if your vehicle gets stolen, that can be traced back to you. Some of the companies will offer you up to like $5,000 if you get your vehicle stolen. That's completely up to you if you want to take that. Etch doesn't cost the dealership anything. Just keep that in mind. They'll probably try to sell it to you for $200 or something like that. It costs them nothing. They can always waive it. If you really want to, you can say, take it off. Because what are they going to do? They're not going to take it off. They're just not going to register it because it's free. So, you've dealt with all your fees, you've dealt with the business manager, and now you are going to do your credit application. This is probably one of the most important things that you need to know. Do not let them shop your credit. Do not. Hopefully the business manager is a good business manager and they're going to talk to you about what bank you do your banking with and who you want to go with. They're going to figure all that out. If they're not talking to you about who they're going to submit you to, you need to do that. You need to figure out what bank they're submitting you to and how many banks in total. You do not want them sending your one application out to 5 different banks. It doesn't look good. You don't need that extra shit on your credit. Some people say, oh, it doesn't affect your credit at all. And some people say, yeah, it actually affects your credit. What's the easiest thing to do? Just don't do it. You can always resubmit your application to all of the different banks later if you're not getting approved. So you've sent your app out, you get it back, it's approved, everything is good to go. You're going to go in, you're going to sign. They might pressure you again for whatever warranties and extended shit and paint protection and all of that crap. And now is the fun part. You get to pick up your new vehicle. A vehicle is the second largest purchase you will make in your entire lifetime. Isn't that exciting? Congratulations, you've just bought yourself a vehicle. And hopefully I've saved you at least a couple $1,000s on your entire experience and given you some little tips to avoid the really, really skeezy, sleazy ones that are just gonna fuck you over. If this video has actually helped anyone, please let me know. I would love to know if this is actually doing anything for anyone. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, I guess I tried. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or whatever time it is wherever you are, and have a great day. Bye.